where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
Live tonight from the Lakes region, it's the number 2 ranked Spirit Lake Indians on Metro Sports Television, as we're proud to present another Spirit Lake Indian athletic event, as these high-powered Indians will take on Clarion-Goldfield-Dows Cowboys here tonight from Spirit Lake, as Metro Sports TV and CF Industries is proud to present live high school football as the Indians face the Cowboys here tonight. Nope, you're not on the Western Channel. You're on Metro Sports. Metro Sports TV is the leader in live high school sports streaming across the Midwest, now featured in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, and now here in the Lake region. And, of course, you can always watch Metro Sports on demand wherever you may be, and use whatever device that you use to stream. Find Metro Sports on YouTube, online with our tremendous partners at KCAU Channel 9, KFSY Channel 13 in Sioux Falls, Premier Communications, and Fox Radio. For the best in live televised high school sports, watch Metro Sports TV all season long. Hello, everybody. This is Pat Schultz. We are happy to be in the Lakes region as the number 4 ranked Indians come on here tonight to take on in the season close against Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, as these teams, Spirit Lake gets ready to play in the playoffs. We'll be back with some X's and O's with Rob Maynard right after this.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
I'm going to call them the Cowboys. Welcome back, Cowboys and Indians here tonight from Spirit Lake as the second-ranked Spirit Lake Indians prepare for what they hope will be a dome run as they've been playing extremely well. Joining us tonight is Rob Maynard. And Rob, we've been entertained by this high-scoring Indian offense.
Yeah, I mean, ever since game one with Algona, and it was a beauty then. I know they lost, but since then it's just been an onslaught of victories for this Spirit Lake team and this offense. I'll tell you what, now averaging 44 are we up to now on the scoreboard, and each game we see a new wrinkle in there, a new player here, a new play there. Somebody else steps up, and of course then you get your regular load of Bode Higgins and of course Lunt and the Stecker boys, and look out there, they are loaded.
Indeed. Prior to the game, we talked to the head coach of the Spirit Lake Indians, Coach Josh Beloit, in his 16th season. This is what Coach had to say.
Of competition finds a home in small-town communities where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
One.
Pre-game show, and joining us now is Coach Beloit of the second-ranked Spirit Lake Indians. Coach, your team continues to roll just like a machine.
Yeah, just proud of how our guys continue to prepare well every week. You know, that's what it takes. Everybody gets to see what happens on Friday night, but that doesn't happen on Friday night unless our guys stay focused and prepare well, and this group's done a phenomenal job of that. So,
CTD struggled a little bit with the Gordon team.
yeah, you know, what I would say is that they're young and have a lot of new pieces in place here, and I just feel like, you know, they've kind of started to establish a run game offensively. I had 360 yards rushing against Okoji last week on Friday night, so definitely got to play tough run defense. You know, and then on the offensive side of the ball, they bring a lot of pressure and play man behind it all the time, and so, you know, sometimes it's kind of feast or famine. Sometimes they hit you in the backfield, but also there's some opportunities for some explosive plays, I feel like. So it's going to be important to pick up pressure, that we protect well, and then in the run game, we got to make sure we hit our fits on defense and make sure we don't allow run-throughs on offense. And again, I feel like a huge part of our game has been special teams all year, the return game and the kick coverage piece of it. We just got to continue to execute well there and create some momentum plays on that part of on that side of the ball.
Coach, you've been around a long time, but have you ever had such great weather from game 1 to game 9?
I don't think we have. Our coaches asked me that question yesterday, and, you know, I don't think we have from a lack of wind and temperature-wise. You know, we've always just feel like there's usually 3-4 games a season where you're making a significant number of decisions based on, you know, wind and special teams and that kind of thing, and we just really haven't had to think much about that all year. You know, yesterday we had a really windy practice, so it was good for us to be able to practice some of those situations of, you know, even having to hold the ball on the tee to kick. I really feel like that kind of wind can do a lot of things in the special teams game, so hopefully we're prepared for it when we see it, but no, we haven't had to deal with it on Fridays.
This is the Central Bank pregame show. We're here with Coach Josh Beloit as his team is going to take on Clarion-Goldfield-Dows here tonight. Coach, you've been here so many times. Last game of the season, you have high expectations in the playoffs. Your mindset at this type of year, knowing you're going to continue to play some football?
You know, my sole focus every day, you know, is how do I continue to be what I need for this team? You know, how do I continue to push them to be better? How do I continue to motivate and challenge? And you know, I think that's the key is we can't look past the day we have and getting this team to be the best they can. And if we do that well and
Well, the officials aren't messing around. They popped it right up here as Coach Beloit was finishing up his pregame show. We got an opening kickoff and good field position for the Indians as quarterback Caden Lunt comes up, and he's going to stop fire, and it's going to be incomplete on first down as one of the state's leading passer throws incomplete here to start off this football game as this high-powered Indian offense, led by their offensive line, who continues to play very good. The guards, Jackson Knutson, Ethan Carlson, at tackle Nolan Thiessen, and Tyson Robinson, our Metro Sports TV player of the game last week, and the center is Jasper Robinson. The quarterback, of course, is Cade Lunt, the outstanding 6'4", 490-pound senior, 22 touchdowns on the season, passing against only 3 interceptions. Bode Higgins is the tailback. As they come in motion this way, going to do a little fly sweep, looking for running room, and not much there for the Indians, as getting the ball was Tate Orphan, who is carrying the football a lot more as a senior. He gets caught at the line of scrimmage by number 22. Nice tackle there by the Cowboys as we watch the 1-7 CGD Cowboys warm up. We were shocked. They're a nice-looking football team as Caleb Seba came up and made the tackle there, forcing a third down here for the Indians. Just getting underway. Twin receivers both sides for the Indians. Lunt, the quarterback, will take the snap, has time, sets, fires, has his man, and misses the outside. Pass was intended for Joey Andres, and just like that, 3 and out, something we don't see very often. Rob, for the Indians.
On the way up here, we visited about, the game and what was coming up, and I anticipated Spirit Lake to start with the football and get that high-powered offense roll in there, and a nice job defensively by the Cowboys there. Number 7 coming up and making a nice stop on defense and a tackle and enforcing that 4th and 10.
So a rare punt for the Indians here as they go 3 and out. As they get this one out, as firing the kick up there was Will Ditzworth. We'll mention Will's name quite a bit. He does about everything for the Indians. Good punt there, knocking it to the 12-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Cowboys. Cowboys versus the Indians, just like the backyard here, Rob.
Yeah, I thought when I saw that and put that up on the board for our graphic, I thought, that's something that reminds me of back in the old days when we used to play Cowboys and Indians back home, and you haven't seen that much, but really appreciate these teams keeping their old monikers.
Indeed. As the Indians come up, a lot of two-way players here. Noah Lee will be as a defensive end here tonight for J.D. Snyder, the playmaker, will move inside on the tackle. Handoff goes right up the middle, and some yardage there for the Indians. Well, they still haven't got him down. He's spinning around nicely. Was Selvin Gonzalez, who leads the team in rushing with 502 yards, and makes a nice little run there for about 3 yards as he's spinning and twisting, and making the tackle was Tyson Robinson, who had a big game for the Indians. Up front for the Indians, Robinson will be there. Ethan Stecker, the outstanding outside linebacker, him and Lee will be very active tonight. And then this outstanding Tate Orphan at one linebacker with Will Ditzworth at another. Ball goes right up the middle, and Gonzalez is going to bury it up to about the 19-yard line, where a tribe of Indians, including Ethan Stecker, made the tackle. Stecker was outstanding in our last game at that defensive end. Very active at 6'5". All over the field. Dylan Stecker, his brother, also a linebacker, came up and made the tackle. So it's going to bring up a third down and long 3 for the Cowboys, as they try to get the initial first down of the game. Little play action fake, firing the ball to the outside and having a man, and it's complete for a first down. Nice play pass there by J.D. Morakal, the sophomore quarterback, throws a nice ball, and the ball's caught by Huxley Lingenfelter, another sophomore, and Huxley got himself his first down. So first down of the game go to the 1-9 Indians. Nice play right there.
Yeah, that's a player that I've had my back of my head that I will keep an eye on tonight is Lingenfelter on both sides of the ball. He is a nice built frame and a good athletic kid.
This is a very young Cowboy football team. They'll be around here in the future. Miracle hands the ball up the middle, but the Indians are all over that as Caleb Seba, senior, gets the football and runs in to Bode Higgins, and Bode has been boating very well as of late, playing some great football. This Indian defense, undersized, if you will, Rob, but they play hard.
Oh, yeah, there's no give up in this Indian team, and we saw that at the Algona game, and ever since. Of course, that Algona game was the only real challenge that they had, but, man, they fought back, and there's no give up in this group.
So we'll bring up second down, 11. Miracle is going to keep it himself, brings it up the middle, and not much there, as trying to keep it was J.D., and he gets about back to the line of scrimmage. Again, Indians all over him there as Robinson led the charge, Stecker in the play, and, of course, J.D. Snyder. And one thing we talked about on the way here, the playmakers, both offensively and defensively, for this very athletic Spirit Lake Indian football team.
Yeah, they're super in all aspects of the skill position-wise, but, man, I'll tell you, they really get after it as a group and use their athleticism on the defensive side as well as they do on the offensive side.
Third down and a long 10 here for Spirit Lake. Just getting underway on another beautiful Friday night football all season long. Unbelievable. Last regular season game for 1A, 2A before the playoffs. Rob, and the weather has been spectacular the whole season.
Can't believe we haven't been.
Maybe that early start, we like that better than we thought. Third down and 10. The Cowboys going to search, and we've got a quick timeout, and we're going to take a timeout with them when we regroup. The Cowboys are going to regroup, and we'll be back on a big third down and 10. This is Metro Sports TV. Thanks for joining us.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Tonight's football game is presented by CF Industries, leading the world in clean energy as CF Industries of Sioux City, as we are back and facing a third down and 10. Are the Indians. A lot of football going on Metro Sports. Join our platform. Go to metrosports.tv on YouTube, SiouxlandProud.com as well. See all of our football games, including number 1, Harrisburg versus Brandon Valley tonight. Sioux Falls game. Play action fake. Miracle's going to throw the ball over the middle. Has his man. Going to be complete. If he gets a front foot spot, it could be a first down. He does. As, again, Miracle throws the ball. Nope. The line judge is going to move it back a foot. And head coach for the Cowboys didn't like it, as now he's going to have to punt the football, I believe. Boy, it looked like he caught it forward as Lingenfelter, again, the sophomore, in a crowd made the catch. And the spot back is going to cost a first down.
Yeah, that right there was a little risky pass as he was getting drilled in the chest as he released the ball. He jumped, which you never want to leave your feet like that, young man. But that was so close to a first down, and the official backed that spot up just a tad.
Yeah, he did. So it's going to be fourth down and a yard. And Cowboys are going to punt it. Low line drive, probably a good kick. Going to be caught. Picking it up, trying to get to the outside. Putting his head down and picking up was Hannah Osman, a junior. Osman, who returned the opening kickoff nicely, as Osman, number 37, brings it up, and it's going to be good field position for the Indians. Went 3 and out. We haven't seen that for a while. With this offense, they come back in there now. Boat Higgins will be the lone back. The Stecker boys are out wide. Ethan nearest us here on the booth, as going right to left. Ditzworth in motion. They go to Bode. He's going to pop it off and pick up about 3 yards up to the 40-yard line. Nice tackle made by the Cowboys as they reach in there. And we were watching these guys warm up, and they've had some tough luck. Fought some injuries, and then anytime you have a young football team in district play, it gets pretty tough.
Yeah, that's one of those things, and, you know, quite a bit of travel in this district, I've noticed.
Tackle was made by Selman Gonzalez. Lunt's going to roll this way. Looks, going to tuck it under. He's going to have his first down. Going to turn it up, and the big senior is going to bring it all the way to the 33-yard line. Good decision by Cade Lunt. He was the feature on KCAU Channel 9 on a nice feature by Anthony Mitchell about this explosive team. You can see that online at Siouxland.proud.com as the Indians were featured on the 620 News, and it's a first down as Cade Lunt going to tuck it under and get his first down at the 33-yard line. In motion goes Orphan. They're going to turn, go ball right up the middle, and carrying people through is Higgins. And, it has 10 yards. Nice strong run by a powerful tailback. They have a couple of good runners, and they like to grab the football and go. Going in there was J.D. Snyder. J.D. gets the call, and J.D. brings that. J.D. does just about everything offensively and defensively.
Outstanding athletes across the line here.
So first down at the 22. Lunt fires. Little spot screen fired out to Ethan Stecker. Breaks one tackle. Gets to the outside. Touchdown. From 22 yards, the 23rd touchdown pass of the season as Lunt to Ethan Stecker, and the Iowa State signee goes into the end zone for the touchdown as you see it on our KCAU instant replay. Just a little spot pass. Get it to your athlete. Big target. And a big guy, a little stiff arm there, and rolls it into the end zone. Touchdown. So Ethan Stecker gets his 8th touchdown of the season. And Will Ditzworth will kick the extra point. As we got a legal motion, we got to redo it and kick it over. Wind's blowing, mild wind from about 10 miles an hour coming out of the south towards the north, and they're going to re-kick this on a motion call on the Indians. Special team play has been awful good. Nope, they're going to say before the snap encroachment, and they're going to just re-kick it because there was contact. So the extra point by the Indians, and that's a pass right there, Rob. Get the ball out in space to your athletes.
Yeah, to get it to Stecker on the outside, and size-wise, he had a much bigger advantage to the outside and had a block downfield and then just used his strength with a stiff arm.
So they're going to retry it, a little practice, and Ditzworth knocks it in, and just like that, it's 7-0. The Spirit Lake Indians, ranked number 2 in the Metro Sports Top 10. They're out to an early lead. We'll be back right after this. Which one was it? Welcome back, Metro Sports TV, as the Indians went 3 and out on their first possession, but just like that, they came right back, and here's Cade Lunt with a big run on second down as he got outside, and the 6'4" athlete just puts his head down, gets to the 32-yard line. One run later, quick pass to Ethan Stecker, and he brings it in the end zone as the Stecker boys have combined now for 15 touchdown catches on the season. That works.
They're in for more, I'm afraid, for the teams coming up, and playoffs right around the corner. They're going to be ready to roll.
Well, looking at the playoffs, we certainly don't know. Possibly a matchup with Cherokee, but we'll find out tonight. Here's the kick, high and deep, and it's going to go in the end zone, so the Cowboys will take over at their 20. They've picked up a couple of first downs, had a tough little spot on the last one where we thought they had a first down. They decided to punt. I'm not sure exactly why at 1-9 you do that, but they're going to come out with their sophomore quarterback who's shown that he's got a little moxie, sticks in the end zone, and as we said, a very young football team, and facing this athletic Indian defense that just makes play after play.
Yeah, this defensive squad's been very impressive. Like I say, since that first half of the Algona game where they gave up more yards than they wanted, they've really, really turned the tables.
Well, that quarterback from Algona, he'll do that sometimes. So a little fly sweep as Gonzalez gets the ball to the outside. Tyson Robinson is grabbing a hold. Tyson had a big football game for the Indians last week as he was the Metro Sports player of the game, and you see Big Ty right there. Outstanding player, outstanding kid, and what a senior leader.
Yeah, he's been an outstanding throughout the year, and just continues to eat it up in that position, and not a what you call a typical lineman up front.
No. So 2nd down 10. Gonzalez slips this time, can't get to the outside, and he's brought down very quickly as Tate Orphan, who is continues each week. We keep mentioning his name. They keep making plays.
Yeah, each one of these kids is we've become real familiar with calling these games, and they just keep coming back week after week after week, and I'm really, really excited to see these guys in the playoffs and see what they can do.
So 3rd down and 10. The Cowboys have completed a couple passes, and they're going to run it this time. Gonzalez is trying to get the outside, tries to pick up a block, doesn't get it, and is knocked down hard by Noah Lee, the junior, 180 pounds, 6'2", and Noah makes a nice tackle, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and another nice job by this defense. Gonzalez is a really, really hard running back. And size-wise, the Cowboys got quite a bit of size across that line, and look for them to make a few adjustments throughout here and start to get a little more active, get around that end and start blocking down.
Well, Hani Osman, who's made a couple of nice returns, is going to wait for this one if he can get it off, as the Indians' special teams, Coach Beloit has said it's been outstanding. Good snap. He's going to get this one off. This one's a tail dragger. He's going to be short as it hits the wind a little bit. Takes a bounce for the Indians, and they're going to have good field position again. Already leading 7-0 here on Metro Sports TV. Go to metrosports.tv. Check out our platform. Check out all the games, including on demand. We'll be back. The Indians have the football. First down for the Indians. They're going to look big. A little swing back screen, and that one's knocked away. And lucky to get that one back as they went for a little roll out to the right and flip it back the other way. And big number 56 for the Cowboys, Cesar Rosales, one of their leading tacklers, read that and almost picked it off.
Yeah, so fantastic job by him to get his big paw in the air and knock it down. Could have kept it in the air. He might have been on his way for a house call.
Had he not tipped it, Indians had that well set up as misdirection screen. 2nd down, Lunt, quarterback, goes off to Ditzworth, and Will's going to carry players right towards the 37-yard line.
Good hard run there by Ditzworth as he made contact initially, lowered his shoulder, just kept driving with those legs.
Will, the bigger and stronger of this two-back tandem. Bode Higgins, the quicker and faster, but put them both on my football team. They're awfully good. 3rd down, long 3. Cade Lunt's going to step, fires it down the middle, has his man caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Indians as Lunt throws his 2nd touchdown pass of the night beautifully right there.
Yeah, just right across there. Nice route. Found the seam, and Lunt put the ball right on the money.
Dylan Stecker on the reception, and he walks into the end zone with a beautiful pass right there for the touchdown. And just like that, it's 14-0. As Lunt had all day, and he made it pay. 24th touchdown pass of the season. Kick is up, kick is good. And just like that, 14-0 as we move on here in the first quarter.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
14-0, the Indians with a quick touchdown pass. Second touchdown pass for Cade Lunt. Second touchdown pass to a Stecker boy as Dylan catches his 10th touchdown pass of the season. That was a beauty.
Yeah, and right down the money, and just a nice route ran. Pulled her off perfectly.
So 14-0 here early. Games all over the place on Metro Sports TV as Hinton and West Sioux, a couple of our featured schools in Siouxland area going as Hinton looks for a #1 seed in their district, and that's going to be a good football game as Steve Marino and his crew has that. As we mentioned, Brad Newitt has #1 Harrisburg versus #2 Brandon Valley up in Sioux Falls, and they're expecting a crowd of over 12,000 on hand for that football game tonight.
Well, you got #1 versus #2, so that makes sense, and the outstanding football they play up in that area is really something.
Yeah, indeed. As Cowboys runner-up, they're going to be back at the 12-yard line. East High plays Ames, is also on Metro Sports. Mitch McCumber watching that as football galore. Playoffs start next week in Class 1A and 2A. Thursday night, we'll have a couple of football games from Sioux Falls as Sioux Falls Lincoln will take on Harrisburg, and Dakota Valley will try to make the playoffs as they'll take on undefeated #1 ranked Sioux Falls Christian. That's on Metro Sports on Thursday. We'll be back here Friday night as the Indian playoff game. We're looking forward to that. We don't know who they'll play. Possibly Cherokee, possibly Western Christian. Not quite sure, but we'll find out next week as the Indians will try to make it to the Dome. Handoff slamming up is Gonzalez as he's going to be the workhorse tonight is Selvin. 502 yards coming into this game, averaging 6.7 per carry with a long of 57 yards. So he's certainly capable is Selvin, and he's right now the Indians are focusing their attention right to them as Ethan Stecker, Robinson, and Lee playing that 3-4-4 defense. J.D. Snyder, that outstanding linebacker, as is Ditzworth and Higgins, all these guys. Blitz coming by the Indians. The initial penetration made, and then Lee is going to make the tackle. Flying in there was Robinson. Couldn't quite make the tackle. They gain about 1 yard right there, and it's going to be third down and a long 9 again for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to find out they're going to have a tough time running against this 3-4 defense that the Indians put out there. And you know, you always look at that on paper. You're thinking, okay, we man up an extra guy or two in the offensive line and we'll handle those 3 up front. But these 3 play more like 4.
Indeed. So another third and long. Muraco, the sophomore, looks, fires, and this one's going to be incomplete. Ball slipped out of his hand. A lot of pressure coming that side as Lee came in for the defensive end spot, and he has been very active tonight. Coming from that corner, knocks that one away. The officials are going to look at it, and they're probably going to call intentional grounding, but I think the ball slipped out of the side of his hand, to be perfectly honest. So,
well, it didn't get past the line of scrimmage, and he wasn't outside the tackle box,
so it's a penalty nevertheless. So
I would say so.
Well, they lost it down on the play anyway, so they'll have to punt, and the Indians are going to get outstanding field position right here as Hani Osman is waiting at his own 35-yard line. As a slight breeze blowing in, and Hani is going to wait and look out for him as he brought the opening kickoff back some 33 yards, had a nice 12-yard punt return, and he might take this one to the house.
Yeah, he's one of those evasive runners that's kind of slithery. He does that jump sidestep, and he's able to pick holes out pretty easy, and he low to the ground and very quick. So he's a great returner and another key component to this Spirit Lake football group.
Well, they used to call those scat backs. They still call them that. Well, they are going to take the penalty and move it back to the 3-yard line. So Hani Osman's going to be way up by his 30-yard line, and look out. If he gets his hands on this, he may bring this thing very quickly to the house. 14-0 is your score. The Indians rolling at 7-1. Trying to prep themselves for a big run in the Iowa State football playoffs. And Metro Sports TV will be there with you. We're looking forward to that. Snap is good. Pressure coming. He gets it away, and it hits the wind. And fair count. That's going to be dropped here at the 24-yard line right there as Hausman made the great idea. Kind of a knuckleball coming out. And it's going to be first down with tremendous field position for the Indians, who have already had 2 quick touchdown passes and are going to be looked for number 3.
Yeah, punting into the wind there was a big deal there as he put a lot of air under that one and hung up there and of course hit the home player in the back where the ball would be dead.
14-0 on your Premier Communications scoreboard. Tonight's football game is presented by CF Industries, providing clean energy to feed and fuel the world. Also by Central Bank, proud sponsor of our pregame show. Fern ID Motorcars Keys to the Game, where we didn't quite time that up. We ran into a little construction on the way here, and that was a long one on Highway 9.
Yeah, that in the interview with Coach Beloit, I didn't have that queued up, ready to go. I apologize for that. And just a few things here and, little kinks in the road, but we'll get you the game. That's the main thing, right, Pat?
You bet. Boy, I was going to blame it on the construction, but that's fine. Also, our good friend from Sioux City Tarps, Baumgars. Stay tuned for the Baumgars postgame show. We got
It's a good call by the official there because it isn't where the player hits it. You actually have to down the football. I learned this by watching a high school game of, I think it was West Sioux. They didn't actually down the ball, and it was still rolling after it hit the initial player. So it's where they have to fully down the ball.
Good point right there. So first down, Indians at the 18-yard line. Lunt fires, layups it up there, and Ethan Stecker can't get it as they tried that little fade pattern. The outstanding 6'5" Ethan Stecker, also an outstanding basketball team. We'll have Coach Paul Brown and the Indian basketball team on all summer. As you see right here, this is a play they can really work. And why wouldn't you at 6'5"? And Ethan didn't quite get turned around, so it's going to be second down. As Cade Lunt already has 2 touchdown passes tonight, 24 on the season. Dylan Stecker is to the right. They're going to play action fake. Lunt's going to roll, looks, fires on the run, and that one's going to be intercepted. So he had his man, but didn't quite get that over the dropping linebacker. A nice interception right there by the Indians. As they see him, they drop back nicely and just couldn't quite get it over as they went zone defense there, and nice play by the Indians.
Yeah, that was a great read on defensively by the young lad to elevate it up and picked it up at the top of his jump.
So that stops the threat here with great field position, and Coach Beloit wants execution, and he's going to look back at that one and just got to throw that one just a little higher. I believe it was Cooper Noshbush, another sophomore, who made that interception. Nice play by that kid. 6'2", 210. He's going to play a lot of football. Gonzalez goes right up the middle. Good first down surge by this offensive line for the Cowboys. Nice lead block right there to give about 5 yards on the play. Bryce Lindemann, senior. And boy, he stands out. 6'5", 260 pounds. Boy, you take him on about any football team.
Yeah, he's what you would call a dude, and these guys, a sophomore group that the Cowboys do have, are going to really have something to build on here in the next couple of years, because they do have a solid group out there, and like I say, a lot of good athletes.
You bet. That will end our first quarter with your score. The Spirit Lake Indians lead 14-0 when we come back on Metro Sports TV.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
Congratulations to Leah Beloit, the sophomore daughter of head coach Josh Beloit, as she was our Metro Sports player of the game in the volleyball game. Big win, comeback win, down 2 sets. They came back and beat Storm Lake. So Leah had an outstanding performance. And now Coach Beloit is trying to get his football team to continue to roll on. Turnover there, and it's going to be first down. Maybe a spark for the Cowboys. Miracle on the hard count is going to get 5 yards, and this is what Coach Beloit did not want to see. Wants execution, and a couple of mistakes by the Indians. You want to be sharp going into those playoffs.
Yeah, you don't want to these little hiccups like this, and those hard counts. You try to get a little aggressive, and they just come back to bite you.
And they work at any level, as we've seen.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of hard count first downs this year.
So it'll be 1st and 5. A couple of first downs by the Cowboys in this first game on their opening possession. J.D. Miracle, the sophomore, and that time we're going to get that 5 right back, as they probably should have went on the first sound that time as they tried hard count again. And this time we're coming back.
Well, this time it's 1st and 15, though, so they pick up the first down on the 5, and then at least you got a first down.
Yeah, indeed. This offensive line, pretty big for the Cowboys as you look at J.D. Kelso. He's just a sophomore. Cole Rothman, big senior in there. They both have a lot of size in there, and of course we talked about Lindemann. Good player he is. So 2nd down 15. Play action fake. Miracle's going to lob it out there. Has his man open again on that little out pattern. It's a second catch and run.
And Lingenfelter, he's the man now, that tight end position. He's got the frame and the build. He's got a little speed after the catch, and nice little pickup there.
Leading receiver is Huxley Lingenfelter. He has now his 13 catches on the year for over 200 yards, including a 63-yard touchdown. So he can get it done. So he's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 now for the Cowboys. 11:54, second quarter, 14-0 the Indians. Gonzalez going to look for a crease, nothing there. As the Indians were right in the gaps. Is going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, the downhill flow of the defensive line there was exceptional as they slid right down, all of them together in a pack, and then of course the safeties came up to all 11 right up there in the tackle box.
Robinson again down at the bottom of the pile making the tackle. Lee was also there. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. And if the Cowboys want to stay in this football game, they're going to have to pick up this 1st down. Miracle, run play, going to ring it back to about the 25, but nothing there. As they try to get him with a little trap play. Good call, but good defense by the Indians. Again, Robinson makes the play.
I think on this offensive side of the ball for the Cowboys, they're going to have to do more spread with their receivers to pull Spirit Lake out, because when you have 8 guys in the box like that, you aren't going to run against the Spirit Lake Indians.
I told Tyson he was a player of the game last week, and he said, "Oh, linemen get those?" I said, "Absolutely," at Metro Sports.
We love linemen. Kidding me?
So with the win, here's a tail dragger going to be caught, and picking the ball up and looking is Osman. They cuts one back. Here he goes. Cuts her back, but runs into number 6, and that's going to end it. He's an exciting football player, and the crowd liked that. What they call that, a broken ankle? As Colton Hefty, a junior, broke down, made the tackle, and again, good field position, but against the wind will be the Indians right here.
Yeah, going into the wind now, so maybe a little bit more of the screen play and the quick outs to the sides. A little more of the run game. We might see a little more. Bode Higgins.
We might see some run game here as Indians turned it over their last possession with a interception, only the 4th of the season by Cade Lunt. Actually, it was a good play more than anything as he dropped back and made the play. So there goes. Right up the middle goes Will Detzworth, and he's gone. So Will's going to score a touchdown as he's going to break it. 60-yard run by Will Detzworth. There's that fullback trap they're so good at.
Yeah, a little more of the run game like we talked about here, Pat.
Well, this
That's
is
the wrong play, my bad.
Wrong. This was the pick before, but then Detzworth pops it open and goes for the touchdown. And our KCAU instant replay as we get set for the extra point. And here it is right here. Here's that little fullback trap, and it's a beautiful one. And Detzworth just pops it right up the middle. And for a big guy, he's got a lot of quickness.
Yeah, he's so strong in his legs that he's able to go through there. But the hole is big enough that my wide body could fit through there.
Jasper Robinson, Ethan Carlson, and Jackson Knutson on the trap block made the play for those big linemen, and they popped it right up the middle. It's 21-0, just like that, when we come back on Metro Sports. Nothing is your score. Will Detzworth just went 60 yards for a touchdown. He now has 73 yards on 2 carries. And it's 21-0, just like this, as the Indians bounce back very quickly, and that's what this explosive offense can do.
Yeah, that's the play you look for. And, they opened it up with a passing game, and that just left that, like you say, that trap, because the cornerbacks went to the outside with the receiving crew, and the pulling guard there made that trap block excellent. Nice job by this line of Spirit Lake, and the Cowboys stepping on their hats a little bit here, and they're going to have to get their heads up and get back in the game quickly, because you don't want to get too far down to this Spirit Lake team.
7-0, the score from Hinton as Hinton leads West Sioux, and 14-14 in the second quarter, East High and Ames. So interesting game going on there. There's a little pooch kick, and that's going to be trouble, and the Indians got it. So just a little pooch kick, and it was a dandy. It's coming up with the football.
Kind of hung up in the wind there, of course. And
Terry Sexton came up with the ball, Rob. Nice play by Terry. We saw him last week make a bunch of plays. He got down there quickly. And that pooch kick into the wind, and we've seen some teams pulling that off as of late. And nice play right there.
Yeah, we saw that at East there last week, couple 2 or 3 times, and that one got up in the wind, and I don't think that up back even saw the ball.
So here comes the first down for the Indians as they scored on Ditchworth's last touchdown run. Cade Lunt, 2 touchdown passes, both to the Stecker boys. Ethan, the first one, Dillon the next. They go to Bode Higgins, and Bode's going to lean forward to about the 25-yard line. Gain of 3. Going to bring second down for the Indians as they try to get to a 4-touchdown lead here in the second quarter. 9:40 to go. Be back here next week as the Indians will host a playoff football game. Who they play, we will not know until, when's that come out? Sunday, normally?
Normally.
Yep. So.
Late Saturday, possibly. You never know about the Athletic Association.
Yeah. So, Cade Lunt on 2nd down and 7. Rolls to his right, looks, fires, has his man. Holding on and bringing it forward to about the 13-yard line as they fired out to Ditzworth, and little fullback out. He makes a nice play. So Will Ditzworth on a nice play right there. And that's going to be a first down. That's that safe pass you're going to need against the better football teams right there.
Slide it this way.
So just short of 1st and goal. They can get a first down, but it'll be inside the 1-yard line. One back is Higgins. In motion goes Sexton. They go to Bode. He's going to break a tackle. Carrying it in, lowers his shoulder. Gets to about the 3. Little power run by Bode Higgins. He can do that.
Yeah, tough running back there, and you see that, all the contact made, and he just keeps grinding. And they were able to bring him down with about 8 players piled on him.
Bode Higgins is an outstanding football player. These football players for Spirit Lake, they go both ways, but this coaching staff does a nice job of rotating players in and out of the football game.
Yeah, they do. They seem to have a real good handle on who to pick to put in and at the right time.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Lunt going to keep it himself, and Cade's going to put it in the end zone. Touchdown. Fake the fly sweep, and Cade Lunt brings it in the end zone. His 4th touchdown rush of the year. His 28th total TD on the season. Touchdown Indians. They lead it 27-0. Point coming up right after this. Nice play by the Indians. A new little wrinkle in there.
Yep, we've seen a lot of different ways for this team to score throughout the year, and seen a lot tonight in the first quarter.
Indeed. Will Ditzworth will kick the extra point. Will does just about everything. Kick is up, low line drive, but he got it. And it's 28-0. The Indians lead when we come back. You are watching Metro Sports Television.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill. Enjoy delicious burgers, steak tips, wings, and the best pizza around. Get a Chiefs Bloody Mary and make sure to grab a half gallon to take home. Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill in Hudson, South Dakota.
$28-0, 8:18 to go here in the second quarter. The Indians score as Cade Lunt brings the ball in after Bode Higgins' powerful run. Gave them a good shot inside the 3 for the touchdown. And the Indians out 28-0, Rob. And I think Coach Beloit had a little talk to him after a couple of mistakes, and they look very sharp on the last couple series.
Yeah, the first series was a little bit of a downer, I would say, for the Spirit Lake Indians, as they're used to starting out on top. And after they washed that away and forced that punt into the wind, they've been set sail.
Kick into the wind, and this one's going to bounce around and go out of bounds. So at the 35-yard line, the Cowboys will take over. Next week on Metro Sports on Thursday, we'll have a little football from South Dakota as 1A and 2A in Iowa. Playoffs start on Friday. 3A, 4A, and 5A will play. Why do we have 5 classes in Iowa and there's only 3 million people in the state? I haven't figured that one out. But nevertheless, Friday will still be regular season for the bigger classes. We'll be here Friday night for a playoff game.
I don't mind the 5A stuff, but put the kind of group them better where there's the top end isn't so far away from the bottom end and make it a good solid 4A group.
Indeed. Kind of ruined Class 3A with that. So Cowboys come up as this young football team trying to make something happen, and lucky to get that one back as Miracle's pass just went over the head of J.D. Snyder and, Terry Sexton, and Terry was like, "Ooh, I want that one." So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Now a little risky pass there is 2 receivers in the same area on top of it, 4 defenders right with those 2 receivers. Good defense again by the Indians.
Shout out to our good friend watching in Florida, Janie Turner. So hope she's enjoying I hope it's good weather down there. The weather's pretty nice up here. They're having good weather, I assume, down there now.
Yeah, I appreciate a call from Jamie and invited me along.
There's keeping the ball is Miracle, and he's going to lean it forward. Going to lose about 3 yards on a slow developing play. And the Indians were all over that as their run defense has been quite stout. A lot of hard people to block in this 3-4 defense. A lot of people moving around, and your assignments change every time. And we have active people like Robinson and Lee up front, Ethan Stecker again. And these linebackers fill in a hurry as Bodie Higgins came up and made that play, and along with Terry Sexton. So 3rd down and long for the Cowboys. They look, half time. Here's the pass, and that one's over the head. Dylan Stecker with great coverage on that.
Now that pass set sail there a little too high, but it was all by the defense because he had a man right in his chest as he released the ball, and he didn't have a chance to do any follow-through on that pass.
Returning the kick is number 37, Ty Higgins, a freshman. He was not on our roster that we were given, and it's going to be Ty. He's been making all these great plays, so these Higgins boys going to be playing a little football here at Spirit Lake for a while.
Yeah, like I said, he's a slithery type back where he's able to jump from side to side and do nice cuts, and he finds a good open hole, and away he goes.
And his older brother Bodie says, "Follow me, kid," but he does for about 5 yards, then he goes and does his own thing. He's going to get to return this one, going to take a nice bounce to him, and this is where it gets dangerous. Picks up a couple of blocks. Ty gets to the outside, trying to turn it on, looks for it. He's going to spin away, and he gets away and brings it up to the 42-yard line. So Ty Higgins, he's going to be a fun one, and he's having some fun out there now.
Yeah, that was a great run, and I'll even play that back here on the KCAU SiouxlandProud.com replay.
So
nice spin there.
Whoa! And brings it up there and lowers those shoulders, so he knows how to run the football. Don't want to run straight up and down in this game. Trust me on that.
Well, these Higgins boys. And Ditchworth right with them.
This is a well-coached football team. All the fundamentals are very strong. Lunt stands back, sets his feet. Talk about good fundamentals. Lays it up there, and it's going to be intercepted. That one hit the wind. And once it hit the wind, the ball was picked off for the 2nd time as Cade Lunt went for it, and I think the wind got him that time as Henry Holmes Jr. gets the interception.
Yeah, the receiver on the backside was open. I think that was Stecker got open on the backside there, but the wind just held it up. And that wind it's got that flag not quite stiff, but 90% horizontal, so it is blowing out there.
Yesterday, Coach Beloit said it was really blowing, and he said for the first time this year, he's best weather he remembers in his 16 years as a head football coach without wind, but yesterday it was blowing, and today it's kind of snuck up on us. Usually goes away during the evening, but tonight that one got stuck right there. So there's another run. We're going to probably have a block in the back, I believe, on Lee, the defensive end, as crackback block by the receiver, and that one's going to come back. As can't quite do that, as these officials are going to see that and bring her back 15. So 4-yard gain is taken away, and the Cowboys are shooting themselves in the foot. Pun intended, right?
Yeah, it's called a hold on that.
Oh, they got a hold? So
I think that's what he called. As I
Lee
saw
coming flying back. I thought he'd crack back, but nevertheless, it's going to bring back 10 yards. It's going to bring down first down and about 15.
I thought it was a hold. I just saw late in that. Maybe he did push with his hand, possibly called block in the back.
Well, when I saw Noah shoot by the back, I thought, well, he got blocked from a different angle. So.
And we are pretty good officials up here, Pat. So.
Yeah, aren't we? So, Miracle, the quarterback, sophomore, played very well. Could have run a little counter and nothing there on this run game as the Indians are doing such a good job here tonight on the run game. They were prepared for that as Caleb Seba gets the call, and the senior gets a couple of yards. Nice tackle inside there by Jack Barthman, number 53 in the game.
Yeah, he did a nice job of reading on that as he stepped to the left and then popped right through there and back to the right and made a nice grab at the ankle.
Second down, 14, quarterback keeper, and nothing going there as Joey Andres is going to make sure that the quarterback doesn't go any further than that. Bodie Higgins also comes flying in there to make the tackle. We talk about Bodie's run from scrimmage, but he's an awfully good linebacker as well. And he plays the part at 6 foot, 190 pounds.
Yeah, he comes in there and uses all of his frame and keeps his center of gravity low to the ground when he does make a pop, and I'm sure they're feeling that on the other side.
3rd and 14 right here. We'll see if the Cowboys try to protect the ball as this ball-hawking Indian team. They're going to come with a blitz, and they are going to go with a counter. Good call, but again, the Indians were ready to go, and another gang tackle. They're all over the football tonight. Ethan Stecker was in there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and we get to watch Ty Higgins return punts.
Yeah, he's not going to get tired of that, and I'm not going to get tired of watching him. He does a really fine job out there, and they're going to have to play contain from the outside real hard on him here.
And the best part about Ty, he wants that ball. So with the win, we'll see what happens here as about his own 45-yard line. Last one took a big bounce. This one's going to go to the side. He's going to pick this one up and let this one go, and that's a good punt. They kick it away from him, and that's probably wise. And it goes out of bounds. No, it's going to stay in bounds and down at the 3-yard line. So, wow, what a punt right there. Some 72 yards down at the 3. We'll see if the Indians can put together a nice drive here as they've hit early and often, highlighted by Ditzworth's 60-yard run.
Yeah, that there where that punt is placed, and that's not on Ty Higgins there, as the coaches moved him up to the 40, and maybe they didn't quite realize that the punter was punting with the wind, and that ball sailed over Ty's head. He had no choice but to let it roll.
Out of his own end zone, senior quarterback Cade Lunt, 2 touchdown passes on the night. He's also ran for a touchdown. Takes a snap. Will Ditzworth's going to get the call, and he's going to run in to the nose guard at about the line of scrimmage that time. Nice play by the Cowboys, and we've talked about this player tonight as, again, another good play by Bryce Lindeman. Bryce Lindeman looks like he could play at the next level. 6'5", 265.
Yeah, he's got a good build on him there, and he's been a clog there in the main part of that wheel in the middle.
Against the wind, Cade Lunt's ball hung up the last time. We'll see what they do with the short pass game. Again, they go to Ditzworth, and he just gets just out of the end zone as he gets to about the 1-yard line. Good penetration that time by the Cowboys as they've got him pinned back there. As coming shooting in there nicely was Caden Hookstein, the linebacker. He's another one of these good sophomores that they've talked about. Number 17 was right there. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 10 from your own 1-yard line. Senior quarterback Cade Lunt.
Yeah, Rosales right in there as well. He made a nice push from the left side there, and they were able to get Ditsworth. They're about to have to pass out of this.
Lunt, play action fake, looks, going to go long for Dylan Stecker. Dylan's out there. Dylan's got it. He may go 99 yards. He will. 99-yard touchdown pass. Lunt to Dylan Stecker. How do you do, Rob?
Well, I'll tell you what, I said they had to pass out of it. I didn't expect to pass for a touchdown, but right here they did.
Well, that will boost the stats a little bit. As you see, Dylan Stecker, just a post pattern, got behind on the play action. Good ball fake by Lunt to freeze the defense, and then touchdown pass, 99 yards. Wow.
What a play that was. A nice job blocking to hold them off in the end zone there, as they didn't get the penetration they got on the previous play.
And this time, Cade Lunt made sure to knife that thing through the wind. Did not lay that one up there. He stepped through there nicely.
Yeah, that was thrown just a nice dart right through the middle there, or arrow, I should say.
Kick by Ditsworth is up, and it is good, and it's 35-0, highlighted on the 99-yard touchdown pass. But for those to happen, you have to have the blocking up front, and Thiesfield, Knutson, Robinson, and Carlson did a nice job inside your own 1-yard line. That gets a little scary there, and they held their blocks, and then Lunt threw a strike for his 3rd touchdown pass of the night, his 2nd to Ethan Stecker.
Beauty it was. We'll be back after this 30.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story. But there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Well, 99 yards just like that, Rob. The Spirit Lake offense, you just cannot take a play off against these guys.
No, I tell you what, it's the grind game, pound the ground type stuff, or they can hit you with a quick strike just like they did there.
There's that pooch kick, and that one's going to go out of bounds as the wind's probably blowing a little harder than what we think out there. What was impressive about that play, besides the execution, holding the linebackers in the secondary with the play-action fake, but the offensive line, of course, did a great job. But Cade Lunt stepped up and fired a bullet into that wind, some 40 yards.
Yeah, he threw that on a dart. He didn't put as much air under it as he did the one that got intercepted as he tossed that second interception, but he put this one on the money, on a laser, and right out there to Dylan Stecker, and Dylan Stecker just looked up, and here it comes, and it's a bullet just right into his mitts.
So the Cowboys, with 2:41 to go, stunned a little bit on that long touchdown pass, and we'll look to see if they can use the wind to their advantage here, get the ball in the end zone. Their quarterback, J.D. Miracle, has shown flashes of being pretty good, and he's going to put his head down and get about a yard on the carry that time, as Ethan Stecker was waiting for him. Will Ditsworth was there. Sam Henriksen coming up now. Sam's another one of those playmakers who rotates in, and they make play after play, does this football team. So 2nd down and 10, clock running, and it will be at 35-0. Indians try to close the season at 8-1, get themselves ready for the playoffs, which start next week. So it'll be 3rd down and long for the Cowboys. Joey Andres and a bunch of Indians were waiting for him right there. So Metro Sports TV, please go to YouTube. Please subscribe to our platform. Appreciate that. And then go to Twitter or X or whatever we want to call it. Go to Mitchell Sports TV there. Miracle, the quarterback, they're going to run it again. Gonzalez is going to bounce around, and these Indians are just gang tackling. Boy, they like to play football here at Spirit Lake. You can tell as, again, 2 or 3 players on the tackle right there, and we've got a little fisticuff going on right there, or not fisticuff, excuse me, just a couple of players got tangled up there. It's Terry Sexton, the official, and the ball carrier. We're getting after it a little bit, but that's what happens in football.
It's a physical sport.
They did, and we've got a timeout call by Coach Beloit. He wants to talk about it because I believe they called a personal foul on the Indians right there, and Coach Beloit's talking to the official, and that's what it was. So that's why the players were all fired up, and that's going to be probably in first down, I think, as the officials are going to get together and talk about this. Well, boys will be boys, and football players will be football players. It's kind of how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the physicality, and sometimes you get a little frustration build up on the other side when you have a shutout headed to halftime here and about a minute away, I suppose.
Well, no, there's no call. I think they're going to call it, let's just keep playing football, and we get to watch Ty Higgins return kicks. That's been kind of fun tonight. So the freshman hanging back at his own 25-yard line. They kicked away from him last time and did a nice job of that. And we'll see what happens there. Hinton continues to lead West Sioux in a good football game for Hinton. A couple of our featured schools, Rob. I know you've done a heck of a lot of West Sioux football games over the last few years.
Yeah, they're good. Both these groups, West Sioux and Hinton, they got some good players on both. So good to see a good matchup playing over there.
Low snap, they get it off. Ty Higgins is mad because the ball went out of bounds and he doesn't get to run it back, but it'll be out at the 25-yard line. 46 seconds to go. Coach Beloit will see up 35-0. Good time to work on your sub-2-minute offense right here going into the playoffs, because it may be the last series you may see the top players for the Spirit Lake Indians, and it looks like they're going to go with the spread. Bodie Higgins is the lone back. Trips receivers to the left. Dylan Stecker out here to the right as they come motioning this way. Lunt's going to look. 3 touchdown passes tonight. He's going to roll to his right. We like that. Fires it. Caught. And coming up for a first down as he gets to the 24-yard or the 40-yard line is number 4, Will Detzworth, coming out. They like that play. I like that play. Comes from the slot back. They send everybody deep, him underneath. And that's exactly what Coach Beloit is going to do, and I like that, working on his 2-minute O here with 29 seconds to go, because you never know when you're going to need this coming up.
No, you absolutely don't, and that's something that you like to see someone that's willing to work on it here at this point of the game. It shows good coaching.
And another thing, your starters may be out after halftime. You never know. Some coaches like to do that first series coming out of half, which we are proponents of.
That's what we've seen here with the coaching staff in the games. And honestly, there's such separation between the top team in this district and on down that from what we've been able to witness here on the turf at Spirit Lake, that you see that first series, and if they don't see what they want to see in that first series, then they give them another chance. And it's just something that it's good sportsmanship all around.
So Cade Lunt will come up on a first down at his own 39-yard line. They drop back, setting up the screen, and that one's just over the head right there. They had it set up, and just a little too far right there, as clock will be running, unfortunately. So you're really going to get to practice as the clock runs. They quickly get up. He'll probably spike the ball with 7 seconds to go. Nope, he's going to step right back. looks, going to go long, has a man down the middle, and Ethan Stecker makes the catch at about the 30-yard line. Cannot get the timeout. That's going to end the half as they get the ball down to the 30-yard line. 35-0 at your halftime. And your Premier Communications scoreboard as the Indians, as they normally do, put on an offensive show here in the first half. We'll be back right after this with the halftime show. Number 2 ranked Spirit Lake leads at 35-0 here at the half.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click Live Sporting.
Welcome back. 35-0 is your score as the pride of Spirit Lake is out playing Bandit. They put in just as much practice, if not more, than anybody else. And, boy, they sound good tonight.
They do. Exceptional band. We treated to them a couple games ago as we had them performing during halftime. Nice job they do.
Absolutely. They put in a lot of work. Early morning work, too.
No.
Then they got to go to school.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
So 35-0 is your score as the Indians continue to roll with this high explosive offense, and Cade Lunt 3 touchdown passes on the half, including a 99-yard strike to Dylan Stecker. Dylan catches another touchdown pass. Ethan Stecker with a touchdown pass. This team just keeps rolling. 60-yard run by Will Ditzworth, and as you see some of the highlights, here's the 99-yard strike right there to Dylan, and that was fun.
Yeah, I imagine he had a ball with it there. They started out with a nice run there early on. I'll show you here, and kind of got him going on the ground game as Lunt went out around the end, and a big pickup here. And after that, then the pass game really started to open up.
Cade had a big junior season, and that shows you the heady play right there of a senior as no one open. And he makes the play. Ball got caught up in the wind a little bit, kind of surprised him, I think, a couple of times. Nice play one time by their linebacker. This football team, the Cowboys, they have some very good individual players, but a very young team, and hit by the injury bug, and it's just been tough for them. But they've made some plays.
Yeah, they made some plays. Got that pick. And then, these turnovers are what killed them here is on that pooch kick. And not being able to secure the ball here is and you're playing a team like Spirit Lake, you have to be 100%. You can't have any turnovers. You can't have any flags. And everybody says, well, you got to figure it's high school football, and you're going to have some of that. Well, when you're playing a team with the caliber of Spirit Lake, you absolutely can't have it. It's just got to be zero. There's no doubt about it. And you see it there where turnover here and a turnover there, penalty here and a penalty there. And the one instance where they'd had the penalty and had to punt from their own end zone, and the ball's taken over at the 30-yard line or inside the 30 by Spirit Lake. You just can't do that against great teams like Spirit Lake, number 2 in the state, and look for them to go deep in the playoffs.
Terry Sexton was down there to hustle, and each and every time we watch Spirit Lake, we're just so impressed how hard this football team plays. Undersized at times. We'll see that more in the playoffs. We saw it against Algona, but boy, they don't give an inch.
No, hustle, but man, I tell you what, even on the line, they grind on you on the offensive line, the defense does, and it really starts to wear down these teams. We've seen it week in and week out is, you're able to stick around and maybe play a good line game early on, and then things just start to turn south. And like I say, you've got a lot of sophomores playing for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, and that also is a big factor when you don't have the experience.
Indeed. Well, we'll be back right after this. The score is 35-0 as the Indians continue to roll as they head into the playoffs starting next week.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click Live Sporting Events under the Sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
The spirit of competition finds a home in small-town communities where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
Welcome back. 35-0 is your score at the half as the Spirit Lake Band is just putting an outstanding show, just like their football team, as they're jamming out there.
Yeah, I noticed the arts here at Spirit Lake is none short of the athletics. As during the volleyball game the other night, they had the whole choir out there singing the national anthem. What a nice job they did. Very impressive production on the musical side of it here at Spirit Lake as well.
I'm going to have to clap for that. These guys were outstanding. What a great job by the Spirit Lake Band as we get set here for the second half. Couple scores as Hinton continues to lead West Sioux, one of our featured schools. If you like football, flip over to Metro Sports TV as Brandon Valley and Harrisburg just get underway there. 7-0 early Harrisburg leads. John Gaskins, Brad Newitt, and our Metro Sports Sioux Falls crew bringing you that football game as we get set here for the second half. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff as the Indians lead it 35-0.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes the world a difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flay-Hardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill. Enjoy delicious burgers, steak tips, wings, and the best pizza around. Get a Chiefs Bloody Mary and make sure to grab a half gallon to take home. Take the ride to Waddy's Bar and Grill in Hudson, South Dakota.
KU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run by Caden Lunt has given the Spirit Lake Indians a 35-0 lead here at the half. Pat Schultz, Rob Maynard here tonight as these football teams, one season will be over, and the Indians hopefully have a lot of football left.
Yeah, I think you got yourself, during warm-ups, it looks like an individual got hurt for the Cowboys. You don't want to see that whatsoever. It's number 56. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was a right in the lineman, right up front. Very good player there. He was doing a lot there toward the end of that half.
That's Cesar Rosales.
Yes, Rosales.
Big defensive tackle who almost jumped a early screen pass as he's limping off, and hopefully he's going to be okay.
And you never want to see that, and of course you never want to see it when you're one of your main players when you're going to try and claw back in a ball game.
Indeed. So 35-0 is your score for Coach Beloit. Your decision is, how long do you go with your front line players? Normally they run one possession, and then go from there and see what happens, and it's probably what we'll see here tonight.
Yeah, I'm assuming so, as Coach Beloit's had a outstanding coach that he is. He's just done a fabulous job, as we talked to Dr. Smith up here 2 weeks ago when we were up, and he was giving kudos to Coach Beloit and the outstanding job they've done here. But the staff here, remarkable again. We get here, we get set up, they stop up, they check in on us to be sure we got everything we need. And outside of a T-bone steak and a side of Wilbur beans, we're pretty good to go. So do appreciate these people up here at Spirit Lake.
Great facility and good football as well as Clint, Chad, Chris, Angela Olsen, all those guys do a terrific job helping us get these games on the air as we get set for the opening kickoff, which the Cowboys will be receiving, and they need to get on the scoreboard. Premier Communications is looking ahead. Communication services for you and your family. You can watch your favorite team, stream movies, and connect with your friends. All of this by the best provider, Premier Communications, proud sponsor of our Premier Communications scoreboard. We'll have Indian basketball, both boys and girls, coming up this winter. And don't forget, if you like what you see, go ahead and scan and our Venmo and send our cameramen a few tips. They do such a nice job, as I get the grin over there by our camera people.
Yeah, we do work for tips, so even a good word now and then sure helps. But if you'd like our Venmo, there it is, and that all helps these broadcasts because they aren't free, and a little bit of fuel to drive up this way, and it's part of the deal we do. But we're all sponsor driven, Pat. Anybody out there who wishes to jump on board and do advertising of their business, or just wants to throw money in our way to keep these broadcasts coming, we do appreciate it.
You bet. Stay tuned for our Wall of Fame Player of the Game after the football game, as we'll have a Player of the Game. And please go to our Twitter page, Metro Sports TV, watch highlights, and see our players of the game. So we're going to start the second half as the Indians will kick off. And that stout defense, very good against the run in the first half, will be on the field first. And this one downwind is a line drive, and that one's going to take a big bounce in the end zone. It will be first down for the Cowboys, as we'd like to see them get on the scoreboard before that long bus ride back. And once again, the weather has just been fantastic all season long. Goodness. We've been in snow sometimes this time of year, Rob, if you remember.
Yeah, we've been knee-deep in snow. We've been frostbitten a few times, and as you get toward playoff time, it does tend to get a little bit cooler, so we'll probably get a little bit of coolness before it's over.
You bet. We like our location here. It's not like some places that trailer that 1 year. Here's a snap, and keeping the football is the sophomore quarterback. And, again, bunch of gang tackles by the Indians as they simply are not giving any quarter on the run game by the Cowboys today. Nice job by this defense as J.D. Muracle, the sophomore quarterback, completed 4 out of 8 passes on the night. And he's carried the ball now 6 times for 16 yards, and that's just been about it for this Cowboy offense. That offensive line's a big, strong line, but they just simply have struggled to. This stunting defense by the Indians has been outstanding. So, second down. Again, Miracle's going to keep it, and there's just nothing there as he is just gang tackled again. And nothing there. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, and good quick whistle there by the officials so that no one gets hurt. He's wrapped up and pushed backwards, and you just don't want to see any injuries at this point, and the officials are doing a nice job controlling that. And the clock's going to keep moving anyway, so get the ball back for another try.
Rob, J.D. Snyder sighting there. J.D.'s been a little quiet tonight. Normally he's on all kinds of big plays. Gets a tackle for a loss there. And now he's going to move over to the outside linebacker area, and who knows what J.D.'s going to do. There's a snap, going to have motion. They're going to run the football, and another player that's had a big night has been Noah Lee, the junior defensive end at 6'2", 180 pounds, and he was waiting on that play, and they're going to bring this one back on the false start. Did you see Penn State on that false start on that 4th down play last week against USC? I saw it.
No, I didn't watch too much of that. But this one, the Cowboys got the advantage. This man was in the neutral zone.
They said it game over. Okay, all right. I didn't get that call.
That didn't happen at USC Penn State either?
No, that didn't happen. They didn't like to call pass interference in the overtime either. But nevertheless, I'm over it.
Well, it sounds like a bitter Trojan fan.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't like that idea of that Big Ten. They could zigzag all over the Midwest, and
that is a tough travel schedule. I can't even believe they did that.
Midwest team's going to stay there once. Pass over the middle. That one's picked off. And it may go back for 6. Cutting it up down the middle and down at the 10-yard line. Right there was Terry Sexton. And Terry been waiting for it tonight, and Terry got that one. And big pick.
Yeah, he read that one, cut underneath the receiver, and the receiver even tried to play defense against it and couldn't come up with the ball. Nice job there by Sexton.
So it'll be first down for the Indians at the 11-yard line right there as Miracle's got away with a couple of those floaters over the middle, but that time they dropped way back, and there's the interception. And this athletic Indian team, very good in pass defense, been outstanding in run defense tonight. When they goes against those bigger teams, I don't know if they'll run into Central Lyon or not, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah, if they cross over into District 1 there, and which we anticipate they usually do for travel purposes on who they play. West Lyon, Central Lyon, one of them in that second or maybe third round even.
Joey Andres gets the call right there, and Joey, he wants to get in the end zone on a little counter play. And just about did it. There's another guy we don't talk about. They have so many players between that 6 foot, 6'2" range that make plays. Schneider, Andres, all these kids just make play after play. And Isaiah McCowan not playing tonight with a little injury. Hope he gets back. He's another one of those players. Bodie Higgins is the lone back. Lunt's going to look for a touchdown pass, fires the ball out, caught by Bodie. He's going to try to get to the outside in the end zone, leans, gets to about the 1-yard line.
Looked like he picked up a first down there. He dove on the sticks.
So Bodie didn't get in the end zone, but he did get a first down. Well, they're going to say he's out of bounds just short. It's going to be third down. At about the 2-yard line, they can pick up a first down at the 1. So the sticks are your friends right here for the Spirit Lake Indians. They don't need a whole heck of a lot of help on offense. As Higgins will be the lone back. Cade Lunt, who has ran for 1 touchdown, is the quarterback. Joey Andres goes to the slot. And they go to Bode Higgins, and Bode's going to lower it and get to about the 1. Probably has his first down. He does. As the side judge is going to mark that with his outside foot. And
I thought
first and goal.
He dove right on the stick the last time he was down there. I thought they gave it to him. And Bode had to make the best of it and pick it up there.
So first and goal, the Indians, they lead 35-0 is your score. And threatening to score one quick one right now. As they look to get into the 40 points. Again, little lob up to Stecker, touchdown. So Ethan at 6'5", that's a good play. They like to run that, and why not? And they work on it quite a bit, and you could tell, throws it to his outside shoulder, nice and high. And the 6'5" Stecker has his second touchdown of the night right here, Rob.
Yeah, a little inexperienced on the defense there. Didn't turn his head and look for the ball, and just came back to haunt him there. And nice, easy catch for Stecker.
So that is going to play a big part for a big run, because that is a tough play to stop. So touchdown right there, and it's 41-0. Ditzworth's kick. And that one's going to take the wind all the way to Spirit Lake, and it goes in. It's 42-0 is your score. 5:53 to go here on Metro Sports TV. The Indians offense rolling again.
Bob Rose presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Romanian Christian Dimitru ate 200 pounds of pizza in a week.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza.
Bob Rose knows pizza, and they know how to feed a hungry family. Pizza, wings, burgers, chicken, and more. Bob Rose, where good food and good times gather.
One.
Watch all of our free live and on demand on Metro Sports TV YouTube. Featuring on-demand replays, player coaches interviews, team player ranking, game prediction, and blogs. All this on Metro Sports YouTube. Please go to Twitter or X and our Facebook page. Stay in touch with what's going on Metro Sports. And next week, a couple of Thursday games, probably a couple of Friday games, as Hinton looks like they're going to hold on here. Let's score there, 7-3, Rob?
7-7 now.
7-7 now. So
I was trying to get an update on how they scored that touchdown, did the Falcons.
We'll be back here for the Indian playoff game. Who they play, we do not know. Possibly Cherokee, possibly Western Christian of Hull. A couple of very capable football teams with good quarterbacks. Of course, Western Christian lost their outstanding quarterback, Von Riggermorter, earlier this season. And but they've had replacements played pretty well. But whoever it is, they better be ready for this Indian football team, as they'll probably play at a whole different level that we haven't seen since first week. And there's a blitz, and Gonzalez is caught again by Terry Lee, and he, the junior, is having a big day at that defensive end.
Yeah, he's coming around that outside edge and just pushes in hard and just played really, really solid.
Couple of seniors in. Caleb Dunn, 6 foot, 225-pound senior, going in at the nose tackle. 53, Jack Barthman in at linebacker. So all getting to play a little bit here as the crowd. Alex Profit, another senior, out on the cornerback. There's a snap. Gonzalez going to get ahead of steam this time. He pops it. He's at the 20, caught from behind at the 44-yard line. So Gonzalez finally popped out of there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for one of these Cowboys to get on the horse and go, and right there, giddy up, boy. Gonzalez off to the races. A big run by him.
Very good running back right there, and that's his biggest run of the night. So
nice hole opened up by that line.
One of the few tonight. The Indians have really shut down that run. There's a snap. Again, Gonzalez, this time nothing going there.
Yeah, It was the Indian that sniffed that one out, but man, he was in the backfield quickly on that. Nice job.
That was Will Ditsworth, and we've seen Will
makes sense.
Yeah, we've seen Will do that a few times this year. So he popped in there and made that play from his linebacker position as they mix it up on this defense. You never know what angle they're going to come from.
Yeah, they moved it up to a four-man front on that particular snap. Changed it up a little bit on the Indians.
So loss of 4 on the play. I think Gonzalez is going to get some yardage at that time and puts his head down and rolls her up to about the 45-yard line. He's getting a full dose of it, so making the tackle again was Ditsworth on that play. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And last time they went to the air, Terry Sexton picked it off and almost brought it back for 6.
Yeah, I mean, if they can give the quarterback a little bit of time here, I mean, that screen play could set up and work here, or
look like a blitz by the Indians, a little counter play, and the ball goes loose, but falling on it for a 3-yard loss, and they're going to have to punt the football away. So decided to mix it up a little bit, and the old cross buck. That play's been around for a long time, and this one didn't work. It's going to be 4th down, and Ty Higgins, who has just been Mr. Excitement tonight, is going to wait back at his 30-yard line. It's been a while for Ty to get a punt, so he's going to be anxious here against the wind.
Yeah, I think he should be able to get a good return on one here.
Delay game, so no illegal procedure as they going to bring this one up against the wind. They're going to knock that up as Ty's hanging out about his 30-yard line, the freshman. He's had some nice returns tonight. Special team play for the Indians have been very solid this year. Most of the time they are on a well-coached football team. They know the importance of that. Little things win games for you, and there's some big games coming up, Rob.
Yeah, there'll be some a lot tighter contests coming up here in the playoffs, and so you got to prepare yourself a little bit. And actually, Spirit Lakes only had to work with about 60 yards of field the whole night.
Here's the kick. Ty's going to be able to return this, so he moved his hand. Are they going to call a fair catch? Nope, they don't. He's going to bring it up, gets a block, keeps his feet, and rolls her up to about the 44-yard line. As he thought about calling a fair catch, but keeps it forward, and it's going to be 1st down for the Indians. He is Mr. Excitement. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's going to be a dandy, that's for sure. He's got those quick moves and side steps and just an all-around, especially a good returner.
Just a freshman. Look out. Ditsworth will be the lone back as with the clock running. They're going to try to get one more series, I believe, with Cade Lunt in this star-studded offense. Ditsworth on the quick pitch, going to turn the corner, gets a block, and going to get out of bounds at about the 47 of the Cowboys. Clock running, of course, as they go outside real quickly, and like that play.
Yeah, that was a nice job there, and just that quick pitch out. Of course, Ditsworth, never going to bring him down on first contact, so he's able to pick up another 3-4 yards after the initial hit.
Coach Beloit is going to try to get in another play here as Cade Lunt, 4 touchdown passes on the night and a touchdown run. Will Ditsworth has gone 60 yards, and that time on the cross block they got a little anxious, and rare penalty on this well-oiled machine called the Spirit Lake Indians.
Yeah, right at their average on the scoring average on the season, and defensively they haven't given up many as well, except to the Algona team, 3A, one of the number 1 in 3A.
No, they got beat by Humboldt.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
How good is Humboldt?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting because that Algona team, I thought in Class 3A, there was nobody Well, you don't know what's on the eastern end of the state. Normally, they're usually pretty good. That's going to end the quarter. We're going to go to the fourth quarter, 42-0. But no, they got beat by Humboldt, but they'll still be around, no doubt about it. We'll be back right after this on Metro Sports TV. The Indians lead at 42-0.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events. And, you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you. And it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Bank online 24/7 at Central Bank. Telephone access to your Central Bank 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Family-owned business that's focused on you. Now in 3 locations in Sioux Falls. Snap, handoff. They go to Ditsworth. He's going to put his shoulder down and roll it up to about the 42-yard line. Picks up a first down. As we just get started with the fourth quarter, Spirit Lake Indians going to go with the hurry-up offense right here. As Coach Boyd's going to get a little practice in here, and he is an experienced coach. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get his team ready for what's going to start happening next week, Rob.
Yeah, it's no time but the present, pretty much. You're going to regroup and find out who they play, watch some serious film for a couple days, and get a game plan put together, and come out and play Indian football.
And they get a host, probably the first 2 football games. Blitz coming by the Cowboys. Lunt's going to step back, fires, gets hit as he throws. Ball caught anyway. Breaking a tackle and trying to get outside is Sam Hendrickson, and Sam came back nicely, caught the ball. Cade took a shot by big number 72 in there, and we've talked about him. And you don't want him hitting you at 6'5", 265 pounds. Quite a football player as he comes in there, Lipscomb, and gives Cade quite a pop there. As Bryce Lindeman.
Yeah, Lindeman's a player. And you say you don't want him to hit you. I certainly don't want him hitting me.
No, I don't want anybody hitting me. So here comes substitutions, as that's it for the Indians. And they're going to come in with some subbing as Bennett Stecker, the sophomore, is going to come in at quarterback. And he's the quarterback of the future, and outstanding athlete, and has the size and all that. So he's going to be the guy next year, as Keegan Ryder gets the call, and Keegan gets a few yards, going to bring up 3rd down and 4 down territory for the substitutions here, as Tyson Robinson's going to come out in his senior season. Good to see Tyson. And what a game he's had as he continues to excel. Offensively and defensively, team leader Tyson Robinson.
Yeah, he's a good ball player, and been a huge factor in that line this year.
Bennett Stecker's going to keep it himself, and he's going to lean forward, uses that big frame. He's going to be very close to his first down. And they say first down at the 32-yard line. So Bennett Stecker, 6'3", 170 pounds, just a sophomore. He'll probably grow this summer, as certainly looks as athletic as his brothers. But he's going to play quarterback rather than receiver. Looks like with that frame, he could play just about anything or anywhere. So Bennett has a first down, and see if he can get the Indians in the end zone. The sophomore quarterback takes a snap, gives it to Ryder. He's going to break off a tackle and zip it down to the 25-yard line. So the youngsters get a little taste of it, and they deserve it. They practiced very hard and came out to one of Coach Beloit's practices here before the volleyball game, and boy, I tell you what, they don't miss a beat. They practice as fast as they play.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
I didn't get out here, but I'm assuming with your interviews with the players and witnessing what they do, and well, you play like you practice. You know,
bet.
that's the old saying. So
yeah, they certainly do. And another nice play right there by Bryce Lindemann, who my guess is Bryce is not done playing football. He better call Coach Ryan over at Morningside and say, hey, if you haven't seen this kid, boy, he has a frame that looks like he could be about 6'5", 275 by the time it's all said and done. Number 72, outstanding football player for the Cowboys. So 3rd down and 13. Get to see the arm of Bennett Stecker, the sophomore quarterback, against the blitz. Nope, they're going to run right around the pitch. He gets to the outside, trying to pick up a block. Doesn't get it. It'll bring up 4th down right here as they call a little counter against the blitz, and it was a good call, but good defense. And now we might get to see the arm of Bennett Stecker. Clock running here. 42-0 is your score. Games going on. Brandon Valley and Harrisburg tied up at 7-7. That's a good football game if you want to go see that one. East High and Ames are tied, or excuse me, East High leads now 28-21 in the 3rd quarter. Stecker, the quarterback, against the blitz, looks, fires, has a man out there, and it's just overthrown. And Bennett took a shot as they were coming in a hurry. And Linscomb was there as Huxley Lingenfelter, that sophomore we've talked about, he's played very well too. And he came in there, and this young Cowboy football team has a chance next year, would be our guess. Wholesale changes for the Indians on defense, as they're going to send some of the kids in there. Max Barthman's going to come in, junior. He'll be at one outside linebacker. Caleb Johnson, senior, out there as well, and got a timeout called by the Cowboys. We're going to take a break with them. The Indians lead at 42-0. They get prepared for their playoff run starting next week.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
42-0 is your score. The Indians lead. Stay tuned for our Baumgars postgame show featuring our Wall of Fame player of the game. Plenty of Indians to choose on that. And as they lead 42-0, and all kinds of substitutions for both teams. Landon Mitchell, sophomore, is going to be out there for the Indians. See if they can make a play, get a little taste of varsity football. Jack Barthman down there at the nose guard. So 1st down, Miracle takes a snap. The sophomore quarterbacks has some success here, gains about 8 yards. Good to see him have a little success. He plays hard. He's going to be a pretty good quarterback when it's all said and done. Just a sophomore, this young football team. Gain 8 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. All kinds of football going on tomorrow. The Iowa State Cyclones undefeated, Rob. Boy, how about that?
I tell you what, and some great Northwest Iowa football players making an impact on that squad.
Miracle throws, has his man, ball complete, going out of bounds around midfield on that. And Cooper Ebell is one of those guys from right around the corner here at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. We saw him as a sophomore basketball player, leading tackler on that Iowa State football team. 6'4", 245 pounds. Looks like an NFL player.
Yeah, last year I saw Cooper Ebel and talked to his mom, and got to visit with her a little bit and saying he was getting some reps. Well, this year, Cooper Ebel starting and a huge impact player. And then Bo Goodwin last week as a true freshman from Kingsley Pearson stepping on the field. And I looked out there and I thought it was J.J. Watt. I'm like, what in the world? This kid is huge. He
does.
And I just saw him a year ago.
You bet. He does look good, as does Easton Miller, Damon Miller's son, playing on special teams for Iowa State out of Ankeny Centennial. He's had a couple of carries 2 games ago, but he's on special teams making plays. So, Emmett Kidd out of Sergeant Bluff, getting a little time as linebacker as well. So a lot of local kids at Iowa State. Ethan Stecker gets a shot out there next year, so that's got to be fun for Coach Campbell. Of course, the Hawkeyes are up against Michigan State.
I wouldn't be afraid to take Dylan Stecker right along with Ethan
if I
was Matt Campbell.
Oh, boy, Dylan had a 99-yard touchdown pass, catch and run tonight. Counterplay, Gonzalez carrying a couple of Indians as he leans forward. Caleb Johnson making the tackle, along with Chase Pritz, a sophomore, holding on for dear life. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 as the clock runs at 3:28, running clock. They're trying to see if they can get a shutout here tonight. Indians averaging 44 points a game, second leading team scorer in the state. Miracle, that's that counter and nothing there. And they may have lost the football. I believe they did.
I do believe so.
They went with that little crossbuck play, and it was not going to work. And guess who made the play? Noah Lee, the junior. And they're going to say it's 4th down. They said he didn't have the football. And Noah says, I think I did, but it's going to bring 4th down right here. Clock continues to run. Another big crowd here tonight, and it's going to be really big here Friday night as the playoffs begin.
This time of year in the state of Iowa is a great time of year. We talked about it's just beautiful weather. The leaves are turning. It's a beautiful part of the country. If you're watching from a warm state, you might want to take a drive to Northwest Iowa.
Beautiful drive up here tonight. 4th down. Miracle looks, little spin. It's going to come across his body, tosses it up there, and the ball's intercepted. And bringing it back is Luke Schneider, the junior. Tries to get to the outside. Now he has a convoy. Look out, gets a block, cuts it back, needs one more, and he gets down to the 24-yard line. Luke Schneider with a pick and a long return. Having some fun here tonight are the Spirit Lake Indians. We do have a penalty flag down on the far side of the field, and might have ourselves a roughing the passer, I believe, and that would take away the interception run by Luke Schneider. So there's Luke right there. He picked up a convoy.
And to show that replay in 2 segments because he caught it and went a long distance, and I ran out of time on my replay.
So it is going to be roughing the passer, so that's going to bring the kick back, or the punt, the interception return back. And so Luke had a little fun while it lasted. But now it's going to be 1st down, and for the young quarterback, they're going to probably have to make a replacement because he is leaving the game. And coming in is Caden Hohenstein, sophomore, another sophomore. He's a linebacker normally, but Caden's going to come in and run a little quarterback. He's going to boot it out. They're going to have him throw it in 1st down. We got a flag down, probably a hold, I believe, on Lee as he came flying in there. And thrown by the referee, and that's normally where you get your hold.
Yeah, just trying to protect him on the backside there, and turnabout fair play on the flags.
There's the call. Derry Lee was basically tackled in there, and it's going to bring it back a little bit, see if the Cowboys can get her in the end zone here without their quarterback. As football as the Indians will get their assignment. We believe Sunday, Rob, you think, or is it tomorrow?
They did it on Saturday.
Hohenstein tries to get to the outside. Good job right there by Landon Mitchell, the sophomore, slowing him up. Luke Schneider over there. Luke mad about that interception. Wanted to come up and create some havoc. Also 32, Max Barthman Jr. over there to make the play. To bring up third down. So, yeah, I think it's come out. Maybe it does come out. Or we'll probably have a good idea on Saturday.
Yeah, and, some of them teams that are, have a mishmash at the top of their district. Sometimes it just depends on the district pairing which way they're going to go.
Hohenstein lofts it in the end zone, and it's running out of room, and the ball's incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. As the Cowboys try to sneak in a touchdown, as Colton Hefty was the receiver right there. Timeout called with 13 seconds. This could be about your last play of the game right here, Rob. And if there's ever a good timeout, that's probably it, to see if they can get this football team a touchdown, because that is always a memory. High school football.
Yep, absolutely. And stick around after this one. We'll have our Baumgars wrap-up show, a little chat with Pat here, and a little rundown, Wall of Fame player of the game, and then we'll get everything bottled up and close down shop and wait till next week.
Indeed. Halftime score, number 1 Harrisburg, number 2 Brandon Valley, tied at 7. You knew that was going to be a close game. Those two teams just battle away at each other. John Gaskins and the Metro Sports Sioux Falls crew up there. East High has added a touchdown late in the third quarter. They lead 35-21 as they're playing an Ames team that played just an absolute brutal schedule. Ames 1-6, probably the best 1-6 team you'll ever see, as they have played a gauntlet. Southeast Polk, Ankeny, Centennial Valley. Goodness sakes, whoever set that schedule for Ames, oh boy, was a glutton. Fourth down right here for the Cowboys, trying to get in the end zone. Blitz coming. He's going to roll out. Hochstein fires, has his man, may have himself his first down. Very close, depends on the spot. Give it to him, their official. As they're going to say it's short, and doesn't matter anyway. That's going to end the football game. Your final score, the Spirit Lake Indians roll to 8-1 as they win it 42-0.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
The spirit of competition finds a home in small-town communities where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
Indians prepare for their playoff run with a 42-0 win here tonight. Each and every game we bring you on the Baumgart's post-game show, our Wall of Fame player of the game. A lot to choose from tonight. Great team effort by the Indians. But, Rob, we're going with...
Gaten Lund, I tell you what, he just an outstanding job tonight. I mean, he had 2 picks to go with the touchdown passes, but the one pick hung up in the air. He had the man, and he had a little more zip to get through that would have been another 6. Just an outstanding job. But the command of the game that he does, he just stands in there so calm, cool, and collected. It just looks like he's really grown into a mature quarterback and just feels the spot, does a great job commanding the team.
4 TD passes tonight, a touchdown run. And as you said, that early run on a third down play was outstanding, set things up. A veteran quarterback like that makes a play early, gets everybody to settle down, off to the races they go. Will Ditzworth, 60-yard touchdown run. A highlight here, the 99-yard touchdown pass from Lunt to Dylan Stecker on a third down, way back at their own end zone. And great play action fake, great job by the offensive line. And then Lunt, against that wind, fired that bullet to Dylan Stecker, and off to the races, and that'll help your stats just like that. 100-yard, almost 100-yard gain. So outstanding job by these Indians to win it, as Coach Beloit is saying, okay, fellas, now it gets serious. Our KCAU instant replay right here. Here's Will Ditzworth's 60-yard touchdown run. That little counter trap that they like to run. We saw that work against Algona so well in the opener. Kind of a go-to play, and that one's just a beautiful play for the touchdown. And as the Indians roll and going in, there's a little Ty Wiggins who did the freshman did such an extra nice job on the kick returns. The freshman had a lot of fun tonight as he bounced it around for the Indians as they exploded for 42-0 win here tonight as they prepare themselves for the playoff run and a chance to go to the Dome, they hope. Here's that little fade past Ethan Stecker. Well, thank you for joining us on Metro Sports TV, and thank you to all the tremendous advertisers who make these games possible. Thank you to Bound for all their statistical informative assistance. Join us next week right here from Spirit Lake as they will play a first-round playoff game with an opponent to be determined. Join us Thursday night as we'll have football from Dakota Valley against undefeated number 1 ranked Sioux Falls Christian, and then we'll have Sioux Falls Lincoln against Harrisburg, a couple of highly ranked teams playing there. Join us on Twitter, Facebook, and on our website, Metro Sports TV, for all of our scheduling, our weekly features, and our players of the game. And remember, you can rewatch this game on demand on Metro Sports. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Once again, your final score, the Indians continue to roll. They win at 42-0. We'll see you next week. First round of the playoffs. It's getting serious here on Metro Sports.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV.